Yeah, I'm probably gonna be swapping to fire for this one. So yeah, there's this spot in Undermine next to Demolition Dome and Blackwater Marina, right where Flyboy Snooty spawns. And the reason why it's good, it's the same 2x4 farm that's been, you know, very common thing that people do with farming. And all you have to do is go to your like pre-made group, go to custom, find group, and then just look for a free spot for a 2x4 farm. Generally speaking, I'm pretty sure Hunter and Balanced Druid are easily the best for farming. If you're playing a tank, I think it's like what is it called? Brewmaster Monk, because of the way like their taunt thing works. Not sure how it works, but it's like this, like, oh, there it is, that ox statue. Pretty much just allows you to go ahead and like taunt all the mobs in a certain area. So yeah, and what we're gonna be farming for, I'll just put this up here so you guys can see that. What we're gonna be farming for is like the Weaver Cloth Bolt, and then also the greens, because greens right now are worth quite a bit. So I'm just randomly playing fire right now, and praying to God that I know how to play this class a little bit, because I definitely don't. I'm gonna do this for like probably like 30 minutes to get a general gist of like what we're gonna be expecting for like gold and stuff. And then the other thing that I do for farming like cloth and farming like in general on this mage that I have like these two professions. So I have tailoring and inscription. Yeah, so tailoring specialization, you got it on textile treasures. So it pretty much like allows you to farm cloth off of mobs. And then I have quality fabric, so the better quality drops off of them. And then I have the Duskweave tailoring, so it drops Duskweave off of them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The other thing is that I also have inscription. But for like inscription, it's one of those things that it actually doesn't matter. As long as you have inscription, that's all that matters. You get these 2 Vivacity, the Ascension. These are like cards to a deck. And the deck, if you combine it, once you do, it turns into, let me see, I don't know if I have one, but I'll show you guys later. It's pretty OP, man. It's pretty OP. It's an easy way to make like easy gold. That's not like the best way to make gold throughout this though. Cloth farming is definitely the best for sure. Like that's what you'll make the actual money off of. But yeah, and then also I think these mobs drop quite a bit of actual gold as well. So we'll take a look at that in a minute. Should I just like flame strike this whole area, or? Let's loot up. And we're also looking for greens as well. Holy lag on the looting. Yeah, I don't know why it's taking forever to actually loot stuff. But yeah, we've been grinding for like 5 minutes. Like 1600 gold, I think. Probably a lot more gold though, with like all of the markets changing constantly. And what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna hold on to the cloth. Gonna hold on to the cloth until the raid starts to come out, when people are actually crafting. And it's gonna be the best time to probably like start selling this stuff. But yeah, I mean, dude, we did this the other day and it was so easy. I ended up just watching a movie while doing this. Oh, somebody pulled this guy. Also gonna hit that guy as well, because I don't mind getting a random drop off that guy, I'm not gonna lie. I do not mind at all. Oh yeah. But yeah, this spot is pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. I do actually like it. It's really nice because it's so small. It's so small compared to the other place that you would farm in like Hollowfall. Pretty much you just get to farm way more consistently and way faster because it's just a smaller place. And like since I'm playing like a mage, for example, it's just like really easy to just tag all these mobs. Let the homies pull everything. It is super laggy. Anyway, all right guys, so we farmed this thing for about an hour. So loot appraiser, what I was using, works relatively well with like TSM, but I'm not using TSM anymore, and I was using auctionator. So what I'm going to do is actually, instead of using like that value, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw up my Budosaur, and we're actually going to just see how much we have up. Never actually done this farm for more than like an hour. So what I wanted to do is test out what we were able to make. So it looks like, as far as like gold that I think I had like 28,000 or something. So I made about like 2k gold. I'll just say around like 2k in like 50 minutes or so. Which is, you know, 2k gold in that amount of time. Pretty neat. Let's go ahead and vendor our stuff that we got. Yeah, we sold junk for about almost 500 gold, 493 gold. That's like 2.5k just raw gold, which is tight. We like that. All right, so now what we're gonna do, obviously, like if you guys ever go to do this, your prices are gonna be different depending on your server, blah blah blah. This depending on like, you know, how rare like the item that you get is and all that stuff. The items I think that you really want are like rings and necklaces. I probably would just vendor any weapons unless it's like a blue one, because it's probably just not worth it to actually vendor. I mean, to actually list. You know, 15 gold profit on that. Nah, I'm good. I'll just vendor that. But yeah, I did sell a few greens earlier, which was nice. They were like 1400 gold or something. Yeah, this is 2500, and I'm literally gonna list everything. I'm gonna list all of the greens that we have on the auction house. Like this is not worth selling. This is worth selling. Yeah, and that's not worth selling, in my opinion. Neither with that, but that's besides the point. Yeah, let's just sell these things, and then we'll be able to see at the end of the day like how much we have value wise of gold and all that stuff here in a minute. Be pretty cool. The other thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna combine each of the actual like deck of cards to see how many of these I was able to craft, and then we'll get to the cloth, and the cloth is gonna be the juiciest part, because obviously we sell that pretty much almost instantly. So as far as greens go, we got like roughly about like 28k from just greens. Yeah, from these guys, like this price is like super down. So that's 1500 gold for these guys. These aren't gonna magically sell over time. You will probably have to relist that stuff if you ever go to sell that stuff. I'd probably say like you'd be lucky to probably sell like maybe like 2 to 3 of them, but it doesn't hurt. And then this is 2500, so 15, 15, and 2500. And then we've got the cloth, man. So the cloth is 3k, 2.5, k, almost 9,000 gold for this dusk weave, by the way. Holy crap, that price is nuts. I'm not gonna hold on to it just for the example of this video because I want to get like a pool of all the gold made. And yeah, let's just see what happens. I think that's it. I'm not gonna sell any of the other stuff, none of the decks of cards or anything like that. And then these two, I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and also list them just for the sake of that. So that's everything that we just farmed. We just did that in an hour. And on total on sales, we've got like about 70,000 gold. And then just from like cloth alone, like they were like the biggest amount of money for sure. So obviously like the price here is gonna like fluctuate like a bunch because like, you know, like it depends RNG wise, like if you're gonna get any of these rings and any of the amulets, if they're gonna be worth anything, if you're gonna be able to set the price, all that good stuff. And then also like these, depending on if you have inscription you know, it does add up like at least like 5k worth of items. So but as far as the cloth goes, I would say it's a pretty solid spot to farm, especially if you're playing Boomkin, especially if you get, you know, 30 minutes to an hour to kill and you want to farm some easy gold. Like that's pretty easy. I just sold, you know, 1,500 gold of the Death Weave like pretty much instantly. So I'd say it's a pretty solid farm and definitely worth checking out. Again, it's like right here in this area and pretty easy to find a group for it as well.